Emily, a young girl from a small town, decided to leave town on a beautiful summer day while waiting for the train at the station. Her eyes fixated on the decrepit and forgotten state of the station. On the adjacent platform, an old train car caught her eye. The windows of the car were grimy and tearing inside was impossible, yet an eerie feeling drew Emily's attention to it. As the train arrived, Emily boarded with other passengers, but that strange feeling about the train car lingered. The journey began, and Emily found herself gazing out the window. Suddenly, the train slowed down, and Emily realized they were far beyond the station. The station was in a place she had never heard of or seen before. Emily asked why the train had stopped there, but the other passengers merely shrugged, offering no response. A strange silence enveloped the passengers. Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. As Emily watched, the train's interior revealed unfamiliar surroundings. The passengers aboard the train seemed as bewildered as she was. They had somehow ended up at a station unlike any they'd ever seen before. Emily decided to wait for the next train to find out what was happening. As he wandered the area, a sense of dread washed over her. The station was eerily quiet, as if it had been abandoned and left to decay. The station sign read "Mysterious Station," a name Emily had never heard before. As she explored further, a deep sense of unease settled in. The station was deserted, decaying, and had an air of abandonment. The silence was oppressive. The passengers on the train were just as uncommunicative. Emily decided to wait for the next train to unravel the mystery. As she wandered the premises, she felt that something was profoundly wrong. The station appeared abandoned and decrepit, and Emily had a growing sense of unease. The silence was unsettling, and the atmosphere was heavy with an unexplainable dread. At a corner of the station, Emily stumbled upon an old train car. Its door was ajar, and as she peered inside, she was met with a horrifying sight. The walls were covered in strange symbols. There were bloodstains and a group of disfigured dolls huddled in a corner. Emily's heart raced, and she quickly retreated from the horrifying scene. She had to escape this place. But as she attempted to leave, each turn led her to more disturbing sights and inexplicable sounds that resembled the screams of tortured souls. Eventually, Emily made her way back to the station building and waited for the next train. However, this time, the train that arrived was the same old, grimy one. She hesitantly entered, and the door slammed shut behind her as the train began to move. Emily looked out the window in horror as the station disappeared into the distance. Hours later, the train came to a stop, this time at her hometown station. Emily couldn't believe it. The memories of the mysterious station and its horrors haunted her, and she could never bring herself to take a train journey again. The people in her town, upon hearing her story, couldn't fathom that the enigmatic station could be real. But for Emily, the reality was far more terrifying than any dream.